Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Thank you for tuning in to Arizona Central. This is going to be our pre-draft season 73 preview. We are looking to make some moves after an 8-8 season. Things are really down for us, but we have high hopes that we can make a few adjustments and get things turned around. One of the highlights was really our defense with a couple of young rookie standouts on offense. So we really are excited about what we can possibly add. Over the last probably 3 or 4 drafts, we've completely revamped this offensive line. Everyone are Madden-generated players. These are all players that we've drafted or traded for, and we really feel like it should be a strong suit. There are some adjustments that need to be made to make us a little bit stronger there and to get better play. They didn't open up the holes that we were hoping for. They didn't quite protect our quarterback the way that we were hoping for. But look for us to add a couple of more players here as this offseason progresses. And as we get into this draft, we'll be looking to bring in guys who just have the raw, innate ability to be strong up front and open up holes for our running backs and protect our quarterback. Speaking of quarterback, that really has been an area that we wanted to get better in. But with this being our last season, I would be shocked for us to draft a quarterback. Jarrett Francis, who we drafted several seasons ago, is now 27. He's progressed enough to be a backup, but really cannot take over those starting duties. Brock Osweiler just has so many raw talents. We have to play better with him. We have to figure out how to play better with him and get him to make better passes, more streamlined, perfect, accurate passes, because he has been arid as we've gone throughout the couple of seasons here. At running back and fullback, though, we really are going to be leaning on Keith Marshall to carry the load here. But if a running back falls to us that adds something that these guys don't add, we will be open to adding a running back. Derek Crable, I should say, will move up from the practice squad onto the main roster this season after cutting ties with a backup running back that we had. At fullback, we're pretty much settled. We do have a practice squad player there, looking to add him back to the practice squad. When we move over to the wide receivers, we really have a buttload of them. I mean, everything from Neighbors to Terrell to Forbes to Mealy, Rambo, Bromell. I mean, we really have a lot of guys here that can make plays for us. Derek Span played super well. He was hurt for 6 weeks, and he still had 55 receptions for 600 and something yards there. Of course, Tank Forbes with 83 receptions, 1,500 yards. He was our #1 draft pick last year at 6'3". The guy just adds it all. So the 2 main receiver spots, we feel really good. And then after that, we feel great. I mean, we have Mealy and Nelson, who we feel really good about. And then, of course, you got all the guys that we drafted last year in Brummel, Rambos, Neighbors, Seller. I mean, we really have too many receivers. I would be shocked if we draft a receiver. I think we're going to roll with what we have and really see if we can't help those guys find that playmaking ability and really just get better with our quarterbacks so that we can really be able to make some plays. At tight end is going to be the biggest area where we need to improve. Of course, losing our starting tight end, who we've been working on for 3 seasons. He was a #1 draft pick 3 years ago for us. Our #1, not the #1 in the draft, but our #1 draft pick. Really was a great playmaker, very solid. We don't focus on the tight end a ton, but we do need somebody that can block and has speed to get out on passing routes. So look for Uzama to step up to that, but Spanos is a guy that we drafted last year who we feel like has some abilities there. He can block a little bit better than any of our other tight ends. So we'll just see. There's a lot of things to see to play out this offseason, but Spanos will probably move up to the main roster as we look to add maybe a tight end if the potential one falls to us in the right spot. Looking over at our defense has really taken a couple of hits here. We've lost some defensive line. We were able to bring back Smart. We have Kegler. Those 2 guys are our bookends. Dykes really is that stud in the middle for us. We drafted him in the first round 2 seasons ago. Look for us to move Junior Kilgore back from defensive end. He moved out to outside linebacker. He'll probably move back to defensive end. He maybe plays a little bit of both, where he plays a little outside linebacker backup, maybe defensive end backup. So there's a lot of potential there, but wouldn't be shocked if we take a flyer on somebody late in the draft, if one falls to us, probably in the 3rd to 6th round, somewhere in there. Moving over to our linebackers, that's where we're going to need the most help. Our linebackers really do not play up to their potential. We really feel solid with our middle linebackers. We even brought in Demetrius Bean, who we feel has some raw playmaking ability. Look for us, though, to move these guys around, to add them, to move them around, I should say, to the outside, to the inside, find the right positions for them. Junior Kilgore could have that starting pass rushing defensive outside linebacker or outside linebacker pass rushing spot for us in the 3-4 that we play. So there's a lot of flexibility. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't add at least one outside linebacker to the crew here, but with 5 middle linebackers, we have some flexibility there to move some guys around. Looking at the defensive backs, we really are getting older with Patrick Peterson, but he has held on to a lot of his playmaking abilities, only at 90 speed, so we feel like he can still make plays on the outside. Brandon Williams has progressed, not as we would have hoped, not as quickly as we have hoped, but Glenn Spanos was retained. He'll play a nice nickelback role, but look for us to add a cornerback or 2 in this draft, and probably pretty early. At free safety and strong safety, we feel pretty set. We've got some playmakers there, but I wouldn't be shocked if we do add another safety to the mix late in this draft to see if we can't bring in a guy that could have a primary backup role and backup spot for us to be able to make some plays. So there you have it. That is our recap for our Season 73 draft that is coming up on Monday night. Draft will be at 8 p.m. Central. The pre-draft show will begin at 7:30 p.m. Central. So lots of fun, good things that are coming up. The offseason is almost complete. We're in stage 3 of free agency. We're about to move into the last stage of scouting before we move into the draft on Monday. So lots of good things. I hope everyone enjoys your Father's Day on Sunday and your Father's Day weekend, this whole entire weekend. You guys enjoy. Thank you for tuning in to the show about our draft. This is Arizona Central. We'll see you right after the draft as we recap and get you ready for Season 73. Peace.
Oh, for sure. Shaking.